Booyah, Shah, welcome back to the episode. If you can't handle the heat, it's your boy G Swizz in the Deutschland, of course, Joe, and the French ass shit in France. And of course, we're not joined alone. We have the Cameron Thorne. He's probably the number one middle in the entire country right now, bouncing balls on that push ball, yoinking balls. Cam, my man, thanks for hopping on, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How y'all boys doing?
Doing good, doing good. And you're from Florida, yeah?
Yeah, Miami, born and raised.
Miami. Yeah, okay. We go to Orlando a lot in the summer. We're with Winter Park there, so I guess we're in the area a decent amount of time.
Oh, Winter Park?
Ooh, we don't like that. Bro's up in that 5'2" with a 3.52 over there. Bro's standing on business.
They were our rivals for like the 2 years I was there.
Yeah,
I played for 352, so like I would have to drive up every weekend to Orlando for practice, like and like stay at a hotel for like 2 days with my dad. It was crazy. But
Dang. Well, how long have you been playing for?
I started playing freshman year of high school, but I played club 15s and 16s here in Miami at this club that's like super old now, like MVP.
Mm-hmm.
And then 17s and 18s I played for 352 in Orlando.
Okay. And then you went. So were you always a middle or no?
Yeah. I always played middle in club. In high school, I played outside because we were like trash and like it was just like me and my brother on the team, and it was like his first year playing. So like, yeah.
Dude, why not? I mean, high school, dude. That's like an excuse to play anything. Like honestly.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe. Were you gonna say something? I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No. I was just gonna say, like, yeah, I know all those clubs you're talking about, but that's funny. Playing all the positions. I think everybody had a similar experience. Gage used to be outside hitter.
I was
Still
first
should
team
be.
All American. I was a first team All American outside hitter. Let's not get it twisted here. It was no joke.
Yeah, you can't say here and flex that, and then you're like, oh no, I don't want to play outside. And we've
I
been
do,
telling you forever to play outside.
bro. I hit in the summers all the time, all the time. Cam, also, what are you doing this summer? Do you know what your plans are this summer?
Hopefully some USA stuff, but other than that, I'm gonna just go home and chill, just open gyms and stuff like that down home. But
Ooh. Let me ask you this:
hopefully,
Have you seen our video versus Winter Park? Just out of curiosity, or have you seen the clips? Any of it when we scrimmaged their 17s team last year? Did you see any of
yeah,
that or no?
yeah. I saw a couple clips. The setter, my boy Will, he played for 352 before he went to Winter Park. I saw him last week when we went to Ohio State. That was my boy. Yeah.
If you're in Miami or in Florida and we're like, you know what, we want to challenge them, we want to challenge 17s, we want to challenge 16s, would you be down to pull up and play them with us?
Oh yeah, definitely
Okay,
down.
okay. Joe, when are
Down.
we there? When are we there, Joe?
June 9th through 12th, 13th ish.
If you're there, if you're there,
Okay.
we'll see.
I got it.
We can work on that later. We can work on that later.
Bet.
Well, let's get into your college career here. You started at GCU, absolutely animal at GCU, semifinals. Some would say the best player on the team. Well, take me through what was your decision in terms of leaving GCU? Why did you end up leaving GCU?
Um, it was a bunch of reasons. Oh, not a bunch of reasons, but it was a couple of reasons, honestly. First, we were losing like our whole starting lineup. Uh, like Nick Slight, Jackson Hickman, Camden Gianni, like all those guys are graduating, and I kind of just saw that like we're probably not going to bring the same roster back, and I kind of had an idea that some other guys were transferring, and I was like, I'm not sure if it would be the smartest move for like my long term career to stay here, but that was honestly like the main reason. I love the school. I love my 2 years there. Love Coach Worley, even though he just left to coach women's at Kansas. But I loved my time there. I had no complaints. But it was just, I think it was just a smarter decision just to move on and try to further my career somewhere else, honestly.
And was UCLA one? If you were like in the back of your head, if I'm going to go somewhere, I want to go to UCLA. Were there other schools in the picture, or what was that like?
I kind of had an open mind to it throughout the year. UCLA was definitely my number one choice. I loved what Coach Sproul did with the team those last couple of years, and like I kind of looked at the roster. Like I saw Rowan, Cooper, Rama, like all these guys have the same amount of years as me, and they'll be there if I go there for the next 2 years with me. So I kind of looked at it like it would be like a smart investment at the time, Sproul was the national team coach, and I was like, perfect opportunity, like to be under like the nation's best coach and go to a great school with a great education. And I just thought it was like the best destination for me. But I had other schools that I had in mind, like Hawaii, Long Beach, and Irvine, and they were great schools and great coaches that contacted me. But I just felt like UCLA was honestly the best choice overall.
Got you. And then once you heard Sproul wasn't the head coach, were you just so? What was the timeline? You transferred. Sproul was announced he wasn't the head coach. Like, how much information was given to you before and then while this was all going on?
So we came to school like September 1st because we took a 2 week trip to Italy. Well, not Italy, Europe, and we were playing some teams out there. We practiced at UCLA like for 8 days before we went out to Europe, and we did the 2 week trip in Europe. And I think I'm not sure exactly how far along, but I think it was a week or two after Europe. Uh, he just called us into a meeting and he was like, "Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be the CEO and I'm leaving this year." And we found out at the same time everyone else did. Like when that Instagram post went up, is like the same time he told us. So it was like I was pretty upset at the time because like he was like half the reason I went there, but I understood after he explained it and all that. It was like makes sense. He's doing it for his family time. He has two daughters that he wants to spend a lot of time with, so I get it a lot.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, obviously, when you transfer, you said half the reasons for him, but then also, like you said, he set up for the next couple of years a really good program,
Yeah.
to where you were in good hands with Coach Hawks and everything. And
Yeah.
then, are there any like cool amenities in terms of like UCLA versus GCU that you're like, whoa, this is sick? Um, Besides the media, you guys have a lot of media, obviously at UCLA. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, the media, Holly Wong, like I forgot her Instagram, but Holly does like a great job
Holly's
just
a
like shooting.
beast.
She's crazy. She's like the best like out there. She does a great job like recording us and like making these cool edits. But I honestly say is we have this thing called fourth meal. So like we get like free lunch. And like I just take home like I have it right here honestly. Like I just take
What do
home
we
like
got? What do we got? What do we got?
Let's see.
Show it. Show the camera. Let's go.
here. I just got some like chicken and like pasta.
Mm,
And I'll take home
mm.
like 2 boxes of that, eat that for dinner, and like we just got free food every day, and it's like amazing, honestly.
Bro, that's nice. That's
Great, just
so
free food
clutch.
going. Yeah,
Nicey.
Dude, I hear the UCLA's got you feeling nicey. I hear that what's it called UCLA has the best public food, but just food and college food in the entire world. Is that true?
yeah, that's for the like the dorm food. Like
Ah,
sometimes I get the freshmen to like swipe me in, and I'll like have some of the food there. It's just like super sick, like steak, pizza, stuff like that. Like the dining halls are amazing. Like
that's unreal,
so,
bro. That'd be
Dude, you
dangerous.
side note, oh my gosh, I need to pull up this guy's name. Maybe the next part I'll have to bring this guy his name. But I was taking an Uber back in LA this past summer, and the guy starts talking. Kevin is his first name. I forgot his last name, but he was the creator of the UCLA dining hall system. He's my Uber driver. There we go. And then he showed me, and I started looking up articles, and this is legit the guy. Like he was in all the photos, videos. He followed me on Instagram. But yeah, it's true. He said he's number one in the whole US.
Bro, you got to get Cam Unlimited swipes over there. I mean, you got to use that connection now, Joe. Bro, hey, you got to get screw the freshman, man. Get it yourself now. Well, and then also, let's talk about the season a little bit. Well, actually, before we get into that, I want to talk about this. In your DM that I didn't see originally, you said you have the highest vertical. I'm just gonna say highest vertical in the nation. What is your vertical? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know if it's the highest in the
He's higher
nation.
than Keone's.
Keone Himothy.
I don't know my touch, but I think my vertical is 46 or 47. I'm not sure though.
And how tall are you?
I'm 6'4".
So, I mean, what on your in terms of your body, like, do you have like your belly above the net, or like what does that look like?
Dude, that's so funny you said that. I was looking at like this picture from club, and like some mom took it or something, and it was like the perfect time. We were playing Winter Park actually, and it literally looked like my feet were like right at the bottom of the net, and I was like, "Is that like the highest
Holy,
I've ever jumped in my life?" Like I have the picture somewhere, but like I was like, "Wow!" But
that's
I think I
impressive,
jumped really high.
That
Yeah.
sport court springs there. The sport
bro.
court just to shoot
I don't
more.
know. I don't know if that ref there would did the right measurements when he set that up. But
Like,
hey, man,
yeah.
a picture's 1,000 words. Good for you. Oh my god. But how is it being a smaller attacker, or blocking wise? Like when you're going against some of these like beasts, like what is your mindset in terms of, okay, obviously you're a good blocker, you're an incredible attacker, but at the end of the day, that 50% of your job is blocking. So what is your mindset going into that when you have to go against these big guys?
I honestly, it really comes down to scout. Like I feel like I read like setter's body language pretty well,
Mm.
and like having coaches like around you like just help you like with tendencies, like a guy like if he's setting back, he like kind of like drops his shoulder, like arches his back a little bit, and like I kind of look for body language more than like the hitters. I'm more of like focused on like the setter because if you know where the ball's going, it doesn't really matter like how tall they are if you just set up and press.
Mhm.
But last year, my old coach, Coach August, Matthew August, he's the head coach at Benedictine now in Mesa. He helped me a lot with blocking, and last season I think I led the nation in blocks. I'm not even sure, but he was like a huge help with that.
Yeah, Matt August. We used to play against Matt August in club. I remember played for
He
nine
was
for
my age
nine. I
group.
remember. Yeah, he was Joe's age group. I played up with Joe. I just watched a video of us the other day playing him. Fun fact. No, he's great though. He's great, and he has a smile on his face. So I always respect. Shout out Matt August out there.
Yeah.
Um, Now, also, let's talk about one more thing. Your vertical. What do you do to train your vertical? Because you said what, 46 inches. So, like, was it natural? Like, were you always like, obviously, or what does that look like?
No, I was like super skinny kid growing up. Like I was like people like would look at me like, "Do you eat?" And I was like, "Yeah, I eat, but like Oreos and chips." But it was like I never really was like the athletic type. I was lean, but I didn't really jump that high until like I started working out when I was 16. And I kind of like I kind of like just did like what a bodybuilder would do. I just did push pull legs. I didn't like do any plyos, no like no like banded stuff. I would just like work out like I was trying to like get big like when I was 16 till like 18. And then I got to college and like they give you like an actual program like cleans and all this stuff and like then I started just doing like my school program. But like when I go back home, I just do like push pull legs, like just like go in the gym like I'm a bodybuilder and like try to like do stuff like that. That's helped me honestly. But
Bro,
yeah.
that's so crazy because we're pretty close with Keone. I used to coach him on when he was a kid too, and he has a very high vertical, and he said the same thing. He's like, I'm just trying to get big as possible, or just lift. See, if you lift big weight fast, you're gonna jump high. I was like, all right, there you go. You heard it there first.
Yeah.
Man, that must be the trick, bro. Because I can't jump for shit. Like, I mean, obviously I'm a libero, but like, bro, it's pathetic at times. Like, I would say I've maxed out my vertical like 31 inches, which is not terrible.
Yeah.
But a guy my size, what, a little under 6'2",
All the
I didn't even
shoulder.
jump. I got a good shoulder, I will say. I got a nice shoulder, but a little rusty at times. I'll just say that. Anyways, so I'm just gonna go start just maxing out my squats tomorrow, every day.
Yeah.
A
Right.
little
It's
more arm
funny.
farm.
Kids like DM me all the time, like, what's your workout? What's your workout? And they're like I tell them like, oh, just push pull legs, like try to work out like 5 days a week, and like that's it. Or do you do any like plyos, banded stuff? Like I feel like it's kind of just like there's been like an overthinking of working out. Like I like kind of what Keone said. Like if you lift like heavy weight for your size, like relatively, you're gonna grow. Like the muscle's gonna grow. I I don't really know though, but that's my philosophy to it. It works for me, so
I mean, when it comes to like, I guess I want to say achieving greatness, but when doing these things, I think because naturally humans want like an exact answer. They want like something they've never heard before or a shortcut.
Yeah.
So obviously, like when they're DMing you stuff, they're like, "Give me the secret sauce. Is it the fourth plate at UCLA that But I mean, it's simple. It really is simple. You want to get better at something, then do it a bunch or get freaking jacked. And that'll take care of itself. But let's get in the season here, Cameron. Cameron, obviously, as we stated, you're now at UCLA. You guys have had a pretty successful season. You lost to Ohio State. Obviously not ideal, but it happens throughout a season. It's a long season. And then now, more recently, you lost to Long Beach and now have a rematch in 2 days here, correct?
Yeah, Wednesday, yeah.
Well, first of all, I want to hear, because I've seen pretty much the entire game, but it's different when you're out there. I know it's, especially in the pyramid and everything. I want you to break down what went down in that game from your viewpoint, what fell through for you guys. You don't have to, obviously, don't tell me your game plan because this will go up. Don't tell me your game plan for next game, but I want to kind of hear your thought process.
Yeah, Long Beach, they put a lot of pressure on us, honestly, from the service line. Can't lie, Nikolov he's elite. I'll give him that. He's a really good player, and he's a problem from the service line. But yeah, they were just on it. Honestly, I think we ended up missing like 26 serves or something crazy like that. So I mean, when we give like a team a set from just serves, it's gonna be hard to win. So we've just been grinding that out this week, just trying to apply pressure, but just keep the ball in also. Because when we did keep the serve in, they were like, I think they passed like a 2-7 or something like that. They were dotting everything, but it's kind of just that mixture between like keeping the ball in and like keeping pressure on them to get them out of system. Because with Nikolov in system, it's so hard to read, especially when they have like four guys up, the big middles. They just have a bunch of great options there. So it's just like it's kind of we just got to keep pressure on them. Honestly, I think.
Serve and pass.
Yeah, serve and pass. Yep.
I mean, I will say Simeon has a interesting setting technique. Obviously, it's very effective, but he's got these like, I don't know, these freaking gorilla grippers where it's just gripping the ball a little bit and then throwing it around, you know what I'm saying, or throwing it forward, you know what I'm saying, where it's like he's like, I especially have seen it on like the tight ones where you can take it and then you can just chuck it back or something like that, you know what I'm saying? So as a middle, obviously, everyone always talks about this as a setter, you're trying to figure out the middle. How do you prepare for Simeon? Like, what is your thought process in terms of, like I said, obviously you're undersized, but a very good blocker. So what is your approach when it comes to him?
Just try to keep the pass like not perfect, because when the pass perfect, it's basically impossible to read. No matter like who the setter is. But it just goes back to scout, like depending what the pass is, what he likes to do. We have some data on that, but won't tell it on here.
Hush, hush, bro. Hush, hush. On the DL.
Yeah, but then it's just when he does set it, knowing the scout on who he's setting, what they like, what to take away, and stuff like that. But it is just putting pressure on the service line and doing your job, blocking, not trying to do like the crazy play, just low and over, just trying to do what you need to do to like close that block or like get a touch at least, you know.
Got you. I don't want to ask you too much about your team because, like I said, I don't want to. We're not like there's a rematch coming and then a possible rematch later in the year. So I'm just gonna keep asking about Joe.
I have something quick because for me, you see this happen a lot, like at highest levels too. Team gets you on your heels, gets you back, and your first response is always one. You gotta like go like it's almost like a thoughtless at times or mindless, where you're like, all right, we're just gonna serve and hit as hard as we can, and usually it creates more errors at the end of the day. Or the other one is you just sit back on your heels and you kind of don't really respond at all. And so, I mean, for me, watching the match, and I skipped through the match a little bit. Like I watched certain parts of it and stuff, and it seemed like at times it was kind of a mixture of both for you guys, where it's like, all right, at times they were pushing too hard because they felt like they had to do too much, as well as like sometimes they like almost felt like there was. And it's on the road in the pyramid. For me, I hate the pyramid. I think it's a terrible place.
Ditto, bro. Ditto.
So we obviously both went to Hawaii. We played a ton of matches there. But I want to see like, did Hawks kind of talk to you guys mentality wise? What kind of has to change, I guess, going into the next match? Obviously, it's on your home court, but I don't know if there was something you guys had addressed on that end.
Yeah, damn, you don't like the pyramid? I love the
Bro,
pyramid.
well, you don't have to pass too. I mean, I guess I don't think Joe does. Maybe
That
serve.
dang board at the end there, you toss balls. It's
Whack.
yeah, it's just a whack, Jim. It's like
Whack.
so weird design.
Like the
Paulie's way
depth
better to play
perception.
in.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I was back there when TJ was bombing balls back there, bro. I would be like, what the hell? I can't even see. They toss and they rip it, and then I did blink of an eye, it was on me. But sorry, continue.
Yeah. Yeah, he did talk to us about we kind of have to like shift our mindset. Like everyone's gonna come out and gun for us because what they did last year and winning the national championship. Everyone's gonna when they see us on their calendar, they're gonna want to beat us. They're gonna bring out their best game no matter who it is. But yeah, he did talk to us about it was more scout things. He was talking to us about what we kind of need to change from the service line on certain servers and what we need to do offensively in like different situations. But yeah, I don't want to give too much away.
No, for sure.
Ooh, bro,
I
I was
think
chomping at
I
the
think
bit.
no, mentality wise, like it's obviously it's like the first time it's a big matchup, kind of the first one of the year, so it's different energy. I think by the end of the year, teams look different. And obviously NCAA tournaments on a neutral floor, which is nice because typically UCLA and Long Beach have hosted so many of the NCAA tournaments, so it's nice that it's on a neutral floor if you guys do match up later on in the postseason. But yeah, just mentality was obviously all the tactical stuff kind of goes into it, but it'll be I think it'll be easier for you guys a little bit like keeping composure, kind of having the crowd on your side will help this second round, the second match will be interesting to see how both teams adjust. Typically the team who lost adjusts more. So be interesting to see how like you guys adjust and get into it. But for me, I'll be honest, and I don't want to throw things in your head. For me, I see you guys as like the better team. When they might have like the best player, that's like just individual player, like most effect on a game. I don't want to throw shade on anybody. I'm just saying, like, my honest opinion. Obviously, it's crazy to think that a setter leads the team in scoring like so consistently for them. He's like the most amount of points on the team, and they're winning like crazy matches. And so for them, like, but I see you guys. I think this will come like out by the end of the year. This is just my opinion. Is like you guys have a better team all around and have better kind of pieces together. And I think like giving you guys time here and stuff will pay off in the long run.
Analysis from Joe. That was whole. I think, Joe, what is your prediction next game? Well, we got Cam right here.
Since Cam's here, I'm just flipping it.
No, no,
No,
no.
I no no
Act
no
like I'm not here. Act
no
like
no
I'm
no.
not here.
I'm kidding. I do it always happens like this. Last year almost want to say it was the same situation where Long Beach won the first. I think you guys will win 3-1 at home. I
Ooh.
think it's gonna be different. Obviously you guys will have more data. Anytime you play a team back to back, it's the second night. It's a lot harder to score for the second team because you've seen it. You've seen the serves now. You know the speed. You know what you have to deal with. Um, and I think you guys are going to respond and come back 3-1 UCLA. So series split on
Ooh.
UCLA Long Beach.
I like that prediction.
That's a good prediction. That's a good prediction. Joe's calling it. You heard it here first. 3-1. Joe, you have a set score for any of the sets? Give me one set score here.
One of the sets is going to finish 25-21.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's a fairly common score, so that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Is there anything that surprised you when you were playing them, or in terms of like because like I said, I don't want to ask you guys about yourself too much because we're not trying to give anything away here. But is there anything you're like, okay, this is interesting, on their side of the net?
They're all like 6'6" up. Like I didn't realize like they're like so tall. Like their oppo's like 6'9". Nikolov is like 6'9". Like I think their middles were like the shortest on the court, and that's like the same with us for me. But like they have a really tall team, and
Mm.
like I didn't realize like Nikolov was like that tall. I was like, geez, these guys are huge. But that's the only thing that kind of was like surprising. Everything else like we go through and scout and stuff like that, like playing stuff. But yeah,
My last question. Or Joe,
Definitely
you
80
go.
miles an hour in person looks a lot faster than if Nick, I don't know if he hit 80 last match, but I heard he has recently. But like 75 to 80 miles an hour is way different in person than than you see on tape at times.
Yeah, I
Bros,
gotta shout out back row for that. I don't know how they
bro,
that sucks to deal with. They've been doing a great job handling that, but I can that would suck to having to like deal with that.
yeah, bro's just watching him just get missiles at him. I mean, as a passer, dude, sometimes my middles come up to me like, bro, just keep going back there. We're just sometimes just getting lit up by some of these servers. So I know where you're coming from with that. And then, I forgot my last question. What was I gonna ask here? Oh, Cam. Oh, I totally forgot what I was gonna ask here. Can't wait. No, obviously you can't make a prediction. That'd be bad. That'd be terrible. You're like 3-1, 25. Just all your things come true. No, we can't do. Obviously, that's not good. That's not good. Well, Cam here. We're gonna let you go, man. We're gonna be watching, and 3-1, 25-21, one of the sets, and things gonna go your way. Oh, that's my last thing. Cam, you talk a lot of smack to the net or no as a middle?
I don't talk that much. I only talk when they talk.
Do
So
they
it's
talk?
kind of
Well, are they talking?
no, just a couple stares, but I'm talking about in general. Like I only really talk trash if they start talking trash, you know.
Got you. Okay, that's what I like to see. Well, I'll be in the lookout for that. Bro's humble. Bro's just bouncing and just casual with it. I like that. Well, we're gonna wish you the best of luck. Also, again, we'll see you this summer when we play with you and we destroy your rivals.
Yes.
We're looking forward to that, and then obviously you'll be a national champion by the time that happens as well. We wish you the best of luck, and guys listening out there, just remember if you can't handle the heat, get out of the damn kitchen. It's been another episode presented by Ada System.